It's Kelly Lynn Prime from Sacred Love Therapy. Hey everyone out there in cyberspace, in virtual land, how you doing? It's so nice to meet you. I am a featured speaker at the No Fear, No Apologies virtual conference, December 2nd through 7th, 2012, sponsored by Emotional Nudity. And today I am going to speak to you a little bit about a time when I was scared and I had fear and how I overcame that. First of all, for the sake of emotional nudity, I'm usually a pretty colorful person. I usually wear bright colors, and I wear makeup and things like that. But for the sake of emotional nudity, I purposely did not put on any makeup, and you know, there's nothing going on in the background here, just a white wall, you know, a plain dark colored shirt. I just wanted to really emphasize emotional nudity and just getting down to bare bones and getting back to the basics. Okay, so we're going to talk about fears today and overcoming them. And I can actually think of a few times in my life where I overcame fear. One of the first things that I can remember about overcoming fear, when I was 14 years old, my mother was attempting to teach me how to drive, and I didn't want to learn. I grew up in rural Michigan, and to go to the grocery store, we had to drive about 10 miles into a larger town to go to the grocery store. So 2 miles from the house, straight shot, straight to our house, my mother stopped the car and she said, get out and get in the driver's seat. You're going to learn how to drive today. And I said, no, I'm not. And she said, yes, you are. So she made me get in the driver's seat, and it was the most stressful 2 miles of my life. So when I first started out for those 2 miles, I was gripping the wheel as tightly as I could because I was afraid. I didn't know what would happen. I didn't know how to drive, but I was learning to drive in that moment. And by the time I got home, I had relaxed, and it was kind of like, wow, that wasn't really that hard, and it wasn't really that bad. And how many things have we thought were like a huge deal in our life, only to discover that once we get started and once we literally put the wheels in motion, that there's nothing to be afraid of. That what we really are fearing is ourselves. Another example of fear is I have not had short hair since probably, I think since 1998 when I graduated college. I kept making excuses of why I couldn't have short hair. Oh, I needed to be thinner, or what if I don't like it, or whatever. I just made up all sorts of excuses. And once I cut my hair, oh my goodness, it's been shorter and shorter every time. So it's another one of those things that once you get started and once you get the ball rolling, there's nothing to be afraid of. And really, fear, we create fear. Fear does not exist outside of us. Fear exists within us, and we create these things to be afraid of. We literally make mountains out of molehills. So when it comes to overcoming fear, there may be things that we won't do, but there literally are not things that we cannot do, because if we truly desire to do something, we can find a way to make it happen and overcome our fears.